Hello, I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Schuh, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women. And this spring, I have really been investigating men. You know the saying, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. It's true. It really is. And so today I want to talk about how to get your needs met by your man. Now, here's what's really fascinating. There was a study that was done, and it's like the brain on testosterone versus the brain on estrogen, and how our brains are actually so different. We process information differently. We look at the world differently. It's very different to be a man than it is to be a woman, even just looking at the brain chemistry. And here's what I've learned is they had the study, and what they were doing is they wanted to see the effects of estrogen on a man's brain. So they had this group of men, and they started this study, and they're giving men high dosages of estrogen. And here's what's fascinating. The study never went forward because the men hated the way they felt. They said they couldn't focus. They felt like their head was all over the place. And so the study was stopped. So here's what one of the main differences. So as your brain sits in testosterone, we know some of the differences as far as strength, right? But also it gives men the ability to have a singular focus. And in doing so, they can cut out everything else. Their ability to focus is amazing. And we look at the hunter and gatherer population, we go back primal. They needed that. The men needed that. They were out there providing us women and children and the older people in the village food. And so their job really was to go out there, keep their eye on the ball, keep their eye on the hunt, and take down that big animal and bring it back so that we could eat. Now the women were very different. And so estrogen on the brain, what it causes is what we call diffuse awareness. So as a woman, we are aware of so many different things all at once. We're very multisensory in the ability to focus on many things, but we do have more challenging time focusing. Now, this was beneficial back in the day because we were the gatherers, right? And so we would go out and gather, and kind of like our shopping, we gather, right? And so we would be connecting, to other women and the children. We had to keep the eyes on the children while we were harvesting maybe root vegetables or nuts or whatever. And so we had that diffuse awareness. We also need to be aware of any threats at the same time. We also would bring back any knowledge from the gathering back to the tribe and be able to communicate effectively of all of the things all happening at once and what happened. So we developed the ability to have what's called diffuse awareness. And so that had its benefits. Now, if you want to get your needs met by a man, first of all, you don't need to learn to speak Martian. Okay, even though our brains are very different. One thing as women, what we do in conversation and communication is you might be actually asking your mate for something that you need, but you're not specific, and you're probably giving him many things all at once. He gets overwhelmed, he shuts down, and then you're not going to get your needs met. So the number one key to getting your needs met, first of all, ask. So many women say, gosh, I wish he could just figure it out on his own. Doesn't he know that I need the trash taken out or whatever it is? So that's the first thing. Ask, be very specific. And here's the key is men are all about outcome. They're all about the results. If you can let your man know how a task or how a need, whether it's something specific like taking the trash out, or maybe it's something sexual, maybe a gentle touch or a hug, or I need you to tell me that I love you, or anything that you're needing, be specific, but then also let him know how that specific action impacts you. They're very outcome driven, and if you can let them know, it makes me feel loved, or it makes me feel supported, or it makes me feel like we're a team. If you can connect the action, the specific action, to the overall outcome, you're going to get a lot more of your needs being met. and to come from a compassionate, loving heart. And I can tell you, it's amazing when you start being more specific and let your partner know what the outcome is. You're going to get more of your needs met. So good news is you don't need to learn Martian. You just need to be specific and come from a place of love. And that's it. That's my message for today of how a key to get your needs met by a man. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to like this video, like our page, and I will be joining you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Thank you for joining us. You can follow us at pinktent.com. Have a fantastic day. Signing off, Dr. Kelly Martin Schuh.